is your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you found me
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here. Welcome to the stream. I hope that you guys are all having a beautiful day, no matter where you are. I mean, today is a pretty great day for crypto overall. I mean, we're seeing some bottoming structures happening in the market right now. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, everything is looking strong. We've pretty much regained a lot of support overall that we've lost. And yeah, things are looking pretty decent overall. So, how's everybody doing today? Also, yes, to answer your question, RH, realistic figures for HBAR and XRP, like, for me personally, I think XRP hitting $10 is very likely this run. It doesn't really need to be, anything crazy in terms of, market cap or anything like that. I think it has everything that it needs to really run to, $10 plus. As for HBAR, that one's going to be a little bit more rough in terms of just like where we see it happening. I still think that like $10 is easily achievable for HBAR, but more realistic would be about that $3 to $6 range. So you can kind of do the math and into where you would get 100K. Yo, what's up, Joey? I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, man. Yeah, HBAR is a stronghold, man, for sure. Fantastic. Waiting for another HBAR dip. Yeah, I mean, I've just been accumulating. It's one of those buys that I continuously buy and kind of just am addicted to it overall. Doing great, man. How about you? Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, today's a great day. Insanely warm outside right now where I live. I live in Pennsylvania, so it's about like 80 degrees here. Just got back from taking my dog to the vet. Just gonna get him fixed right now, cause he's just having some issues. But he's doing good. I'm doing great. I hope that you guys are doing great as well. Chilling, bro. I've been mining Ethereum all day on my rig. Yeah, man. I've been trying to find a 3080 TX, RTX, but I just can't find any that are actually at a solid price. How's it going, Nick? Moved some of my Matic profits into XRP today, ready for the big move. Yeah, dude. I think HBAR is or I think XRP and HBAR are really, waiting to really move in a incredible way. Right now we're just kind of consolidating. The market's kind of building structures that we lost, but we are still looking good. XRP the front runner then. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, for sure. I think XRP will be the front runner. I think that it will outbeat HBAR in terms of overall market cap this year, but that probably won't last too much longer as they both get massively adopted. Also, just to pretty much tell you guys, we're gonna start at 5. That's when this image on the screen right now is going to disappear, and we'll talk more in terms of charts and stuff like that. But I just want to welcome everybody in here that is new or not new. Welcome to the channel. I hope that you guys enjoy the content so far. If you guys want to watch more of my content, you guys can watch more videos. But if you guys do want more free content, you guys can follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial, and you could also join the Discord down in the description below. The Discord's free. We just got some changes done to it because we were dealing with a ton of bots joining in, so a lot of people did get kicked that weren't bots, but for the most part we had to purge it and pretty much restart from where we were before the bots came in and started scamming everybody and stuff like that. But we're doing good. We're doing good. A ton of free content. Want to give you guys the best, so that's what we do here. I was thinking about dropping another $500 into XRP, Wise, or just dump more into HBAR. Currently, right now, Logan, I would say HBAR is just a better buy in terms of the percentage gains and realistic values, because I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, XRP to like $1,000 this run, or like $500 this run, stuff like that. Me personally, to be more realistic on it, I think that the topping point will probably be around $30 to $50. So, technically, yeah, if XRP does run like crazy and does like another 80,000% run, then XRP will outbeat HBAR in terms of the overall move up. But I also expect HBAR to do numbers. Yeah, dude, HBAR, HBAR, man, let's go. It's gonna be massive. All right, let's start, guys. Let's stop all the nonsense. Let's get right into this. So, we've been talking for a while. about, the updates via, Bitcoin, what's happening with Bitcoin, what's going to be going on overall in the market. And we are looking strong. We've had some incredible bounces overall. Like if we come over here to Live Coin Watch, right? So just 2 days ago or so, we were at about a market cap of $1.5 trillion, right? We've already gone up over $200 billion since that dip. A lot of things are looking a little bit better. Bitcoin did range at 40K. We couldn't really break that, support level at 41K. We really couldn't get over it. It was pretty bad, but I'm still expecting us to break that very soon. If we come down here and look at XRP, we're still, kind of trading at $1.04, up almost 8%. A lot of assets are kind of bouncing back. Matic, of course, Matic would be the one to really range to almost higher highs here. It is at $2.27. All-time high is $2.65, which I think that's a little bit behind. I think we hit like $2.80. But for the most part, we are looking good with a 35% increase in price since the dip. Hey Ncash, what's your peak price predictions for it? Great videos, by the way. Peak prices for Hbar is $10 to $30. Now, when I say that, I say it with leniency because $10 is a decent price in my opinion. But we could do a $20 to $30 push up, just like the same with XRP. Like I'm expecting a $20 to $30 XRP as well. The difference is that Hbar has been doing incredible things with integrations pretty much across the world, with NFTs as well as overall with like Chainlink and stuff. So it's doing pretty good overall. But like I said, we have to really wait and watch PA play out because we really just want to watch it break the all-time high that we currently have. Then we could really see where it lands in terms of price discovery. What's really holding XRP back? Lawsuit, mass adoption, Bitcoin dominance. Right now, I would say the main thing that's holding it back is just the market right now. The market's holding a lot of things back. Not a lot of things have been moving up in terms of price point for like the most part. Like for an example, Link's still at $32, right? We would expect this to be over $60 by now. It is recovering pretty good though, almost up 25%. XLM is still sitting under 50 cents, which is massive to me, honestly, because XLM is also a good investment if you are invested in XRP. They're kind of the same, but not overall from a structure standpoint. But it is still a good hold. But a lot of things, even EOS, right? Like we did hit almost $12 or so, but now we're still back down to $6. So we're at half the price of what it was, pre-pump. So a lot of things haven't been, bouncing back fully, but I expect a full bounce back by at least, the middle of June into almost the end of June. But yeah, what's up, bro? It's Jesse. Welcome to the live stream, Jesse. Welcome, man. I appreciate it. That sounds about right, and I agree with $10 to $30. Market cap makes sense, and people still don't believe me when I say $10 to $30 too. Yeah, a lot of people are arguing market cap. I posted in my last video, I was like, we got to stop looking at market cap for, crypto tops, because market cap doesn't mean anything in this game. And when I say that, I say it with a little bit of a strict sense because, if we look at things like Apple, right? Because I talked about this in my last video. When we invest in like Apple, or let's even use Amazon, right? Because Amazon's a good example, right? So when I throw, $1,000 into Amazon, I'm expecting, a little bit of a return, whatever. But what I'm betting on and what I'm actually investing in is Amazon's overall quarterly results, right? I'm betting on if they're going to do good this year or not. When I throw $1,000 into like XRP, right? I'm not betting on them doing good. I'm betting on the project being innovative to the point where it's actually getting massively adopted, it's getting utilized. That's why investing in utility doesn't mean anything in terms of market cap. But I will say this, market cap does mean a little bit when you're saying, hey, XRP to, $1,000 plus, because we're not just there yet in terms of crypto overall for the market cap of crypto, right? We still need to build a little bit. We still need to get adopted a little bit more. And crypto overall still needs that regulatory clarity to really get that legitimacy out of the way. Because right now there's a lot of speculation in this space where, people don't want to put their money into assets that are very volatile. That's the big argument from a lot of people, even on like CNBC and stuff. They're saying things are just way too volatile to actually invest long term. But that's the thing. in my opinion, I think the stock exchange is more volatile than crypto because crypto doesn't rely on, if the president's going to come out and talk about, hey, we're going to increase, interest rates, right? It does rely on the stock exchange though, because when the stock market goes down, so does crypto. So for us to really, I'm expecting us to, at some point in time, break apart from the idea that, hey, we're under the wing of the stock exchange. But once we break apart from that, and once we basically become our own, how should I put it? We'll basically be the crypto stock market in a sense where we're massively adopted already. We're getting utilized by, countries and governments and everything to the point where we don't need to worry about, how volatile it is, or we don't have to worry about anything like that, right? So for me personally, at some point in time when we're massively adopted, once we become our own market, we don't have to worry about, regulatory clarity or anything like that for most crypto. Then at that point, I could see $1,000 to $10,000 plus for XRP in most assets that are actually doing incredible things in terms of utility, because then we don't really have a top point, we don't have a ceiling above us, because we actually have that utility in place, and we're basically our own market, which means the market cap for crypto will be over $100 trillion at least. Because, like I said, the derivatives market's 1 quadrillion. The stock exchange, pretty much market cap is like over 40 trillion. So, for me personally, I'm still expecting us to really grow in the coming years. I'm still very young. I'm about like 23 years old, going to be 24. So, for me personally, I look forward to watching crypto grow, because I think in the coming years it's going to be a massive, massive prospering market overall. But nonetheless, let's go look at Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. So right now, Bitcoin dominance is ranging a little bit lower. We did hit 43 flat today, and we actually broke down a little bit below it. Now, with this playing out the way it is, and also Bitcoin kind of ranging a little bit lower, we could see alts kind of running a little bit. Like, for an example, right, Hbar is still in my accumulation zone. This is where I will be buying no matter what. Under 30 cents is perfect buy point for me personally. I think it's a low risk, high reward. And like I said, with Bitcoin ranging a little bit lower here to these 43 levels, I'm expecting us to break down past 40 by, again, like the middle of June, pretty much the end of June. That will bring Bitcoin probably somewhere. I'm expecting Bitcoin to fully recover by that time as well, so we will probably see that 45K being broken by then, with alts kind of doing their own thing and kind of going to parabolic highs as well. Honestly, I wish I could answer that question, but it's hard to see if staking for Hbar will be happening this year. I do know on where is it? I do know on the roadmap right now currently. Where is it? I know that we're going into quarter 2. So I do know right now they don't really have anything in terms of staking here. I believe so, at least. Let me check. I know that they have sharding. That's about it. But that's like far down here. Yeah, there's not much in terms of staking. I honestly don't even know when staking launches. Uh, I don't think that we've really heard any news on that overall yet, but we will be watching for any updates in terms of that as well. You ever thought about doing a video talking about why and when you got into crypto, your crypto story so far, first profits, etc.? Yeah, I mean, I got into crypto in like about 2014. A friend of mine that was in high school with me, he was telling me, Bitcoin's Bitcoin's this new technology on the street that's doing incredible things. I started researching things about blockchain technology, and I really came to the conclusion that, crypto is the future. Crypto is the future of finance. It's the future of money. I really think that at some point in time we're going to grow to like prospering levels to the point where people look back at even, $1.7 trillion market cap and just be like, I remember when it was at that level. Because I think in some time we're going to grow at exponential rates to the point where we're just in awe of it, and everybody and their brother will basically be knowing about crypto at that point. It'll be basically the mainstream thing for finance. I think everybody is going to be utilizing crypto in some sort of way. Also, to answer the story on first profits, it was pretty much the 2017 and 2018 bull run, because I was holding from 2014 to the bull run, which I was accumulating throughout the bear market. Derivatives market is $640 trillion. Yeah, we beat that easily years down the line. Yeah, definitely. I think that at some point in time, we will flip that in terms of market cap, and we will get to that level at some point in time. I think staking launches later this year for Hbar and Celsius. Let's you lend it out this year too. Yeah, I think it's coming. I think it's coming in time for sure. But for the most part, yeah, I'm still looking at price action to ensue to really break this 30-cent pretty much resistance level. We will probably see another dip on most alts to get that bottom structure in. But for the most part, I'm still expecting us to break this 30-cent range very soon. I think it's just a matter of time. Right now, I think the main thing with Hbar to really look at is just the idea of we're still seeing this, slow price accumulation play out. It's dragging out 72 days so far. At any time, because we don't really know when this is going to be fully breaking out. Also, I do apologize if you guys do hear my dogs in the background. I think somebody just dropped off a package from Amazon, so they are barking. But nonetheless, we are still in this accumulation period where it's a 72-day, price accumulation. We're building that base. Like I said in my last, video on Hbar, this base that we're building here is very good, right? Because it adds more of a stability factor when we do pump, right? Because we don't want to just pump straight up, because we know what happens then. Most meme coins that pump straight up pretty much fell the same way, If it pumps 300% on one candle, basically, you could pretty much bet that it's coming down 300% as well. We still are building this base. A lot of people are still down in terms of price point. I will be honest with you, I was accumulating at 30 cents below. So right now, I'm still down almost, 4 cents on most of my stuff. But the thing is that I'm not too worried in terms of the overall price war, because I do know for a fact that this will break out of this accumulation period and get to that all-time high to go into price discovery. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we look at Matic, right? Because Matic is one of those holds that I was saying, like, it's so easy to just hold this because, like, even look at it, strong buy over here. For me personally, this is not a strong buy. I mean, I wouldn't personally buy this because, I mean, just look at this, right? It doesn't look good in terms of hey, I'm going to buy here because I think it's going to go to, $5 plus. If anything, you buy the dip, right? Also, this is TradingView for the website, by the way. It's really good if you guys are in crypto to really watch TradingView. You guys could add, alerts and stuff that are pretty cool. But for the most part, yeah, Matic did the same thing, right? Now, if we come back here, actually, let me use the Binance chart because the Binance chart has a lot more information on it. So, realistically speaking, we did a 45-day accumulation period before we ran up on the 26th of April. We topped out a little bit at about 83 cents or so, give or take. And then we accumulated another 21 days to build up to this pump, right? So, for me personally, this was a crazy jump in price. If we come over here to the overall price range, right? So from this bottom candle here, and we go to this price up here, it was about a 750% increase in price. Now, we did obviously fall down from that. Now, yeah, it could be argued that this was also Bitcoin kind of dumping, but it could also be argued the fact that this was a pullback, right? Because we need healthy pullbacks to gain that support level before we pumped anyways. But we already bounced back from their pretty much key levels. But the reason why I talk about the idea of this being a 750% increase in price is because this did not accumulate enough, compared to Hbar, right? Because Hbar is accumulating for 70 plus days, and everybody is getting impatient. They don't want to, continuously hold it. They're just saying, hey, I've been holding this forever. It's not moving. I'm about to sell it for something else. That's when I personally buy, is when people are arguing the fact that it's not moving. It's, whatever, because we know that something like this is going to play out, right? Except it's going to be on a wider and larger scale, because this was only after about 60 so days of accumulation, and we've already been accumulating for 70 plus days, building that nice solid support level, and we've also been building the foundation for the next stability pump. And when I say stability pump, I mean it's a stable overall pump that will not pull back the same as most, because it does have that nice key support level. We've seen the same thing with XRP, right? So a lot of people were saying with XRP, it's not moving because I mean, I've been holding this for a long time overall, but after this little pump and dump scheme here from, I believe that it was pretty much Wall Street Bets, I'm pretty sure. But after this little pump here, we did accumulate for a very long time. I remember specifically because I did get a lot of people into XRP. A lot of people were saying that we're not moving, right? 63 days this accumulated for. So for me personally, when I see accumulation, I usually buy. I buy a lot of support levels. I buy accumulation levels, because we never know what's next overall, but we could pretty much almost guarantee that we're going to pump very soon, because we have been accumulating. It has solid integration and partnerships overall. The innovation overall for the project is massive, and I'm expecting something almost on this same level in terms of a pump. And if we actually look here from the bottom of, we'll go from the price back here, because this is the key levels, right? So from there to this level up here is only 500%, right? And it only accumulated for 63 days. So it's almost about the same accumulation period as Matic. Now, the thing is the longer the consolidation, the bigger the pump. We've already talked about this. We've already learned about this overall. I'm still expecting Hbar to hit that dollar range, most likely by the middle of June to the end of June, because we are going to see some crazy moves on Hbar. And I really can't mention that enough, because when you're getting impatient and the patience is like not there for a lot of people, we can start selling. And that's when we do see a little bit of a price jump in terms of it coming down in price, or maybe it goes up in price. That's where I basically buy. I basically buy frustration in this market, because frustration means, hey, we're getting close to the win and it's just not here yet overall. Hbar was around 46 cents when it became available for the general retailer September 2019, bottomed all the way down to 4 cents in a month or so. Anxious to see it break above 46 cents. Yeah, I wouldn't be anxious about it, because there's a lot more that changed since 2019. The entire market structure is completely different from 2019 to now. And like I said, it's been building a base overall. Again, yeah, dips will happen. We will trade in chop for a while. That's why I was saying, like, in terms of like Bitcoin, right? We're still seeing us trade in this. I would hate to call this anything other than this chop level, because this all here, we need to either break this or break this, right? Because we already kind of seen us bounce off of this 33.5 level. We even came down as low as this 31K level before we bounced back. Now, like I said, 33.5K is a solid support level, so is 38K. Currently, we are trading on the 38K mark. This is a very, very hard level to break, this 41K mark, to really push up past 42K. So I really want to see, what I would like to see at least, is us to break this 43K line up here, right? To get to that 45K and go above it. That will bring us to the massive bullish levels that we really need. That's where we go to parabolic highs past this all-time high, right? But we still need to watch a lot of PA play out, because anything is possible still, because we can't break this 1K level. I watched last night, and a lot of people in my Discord was watching last night saying, are we gonna break 42K for Bitcoin? Like, what's the point to watch? And I said, we can't break 41K right now, so we obviously need to really watch PA play out here, because we could see lower lows, which we are seeing a little bit of lows coming in. XRP is trading at about $1 flat, and we were at currently today about almost $1.10. So we are seeing a little bit of that low playing out. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback. I'm expecting Bitcoin to find some support here and really bounce higher to break some, support levels up here in that 40 to 43K mark. Like I said, I really want to see us break out of this overall, I would say, pretty much, I would say it's building support, right? It's building those key levels that we lost in terms of, technical structure. So right now we're kind of watching that be built back up, and, we're kind of ranging to go a lot higher. A lot of people got impatient holding Hbar from 2019 and sold way too early. This will be life-changing for many. Yeah, it will. I mean, if we come over here and look, right? So we see the governing council. We see all these names on here, right? And they keep adding names overall, right? There's a ton of partnerships, ton of, overall project adoption. Incredible names on this paper overall. But the thing that I'm more concerned about, right, is we see the limited use of a lot of projects, right? If you look at like XRP and stuff, they have limited use in terms of what they're going to really be used for. Now with Hbar, the cool thing about Hbar is, if we come over to the overall use cases, we see that they're in healthcare, media, agriculture, healthcare again, retail, logistics, technology, environmental. There's a ton of use cases and value to really be had in terms of Hbar, and they're not just focused on one thing. They're focused on a ton of things. I mean, look at how many projects are already on Hbar, and they're actually being built on Hbar. So, they're going to be doing numbers very soon. I'm not too concerned on if we're going to pump to, $200 and stuff like people are saying right now, because I do know that at some point in time, in 5 years or so, yeah, we probably will be at triple digits. But, to be safe and to not have people lose money, I'm going to be more realistic with you guys and say, hey, $3 to $6 is my conservative range, but I personally could see $10 happening this bull run. It wouldn't be too crazy for me, because if we come over here, there's only 256,703 wallets holding Hbar right now. And that is also accounting for wallets, contracts, files, topics, etc., right? So for me personally, this is still extremely undervalued. There's not a lot of holders. There's really not too much, people buying right now, because nobody really, there's a lot of people talking about it, but it is still kind of just underwhelmed in terms of the market, because everybody's talking about, other projects. They're talking about Matic. They're talking about XRP and stuff, right? Hbar is one of those, holds that it's easy to hold because nobody's talking about it, and we know what happens next after that, right? And we still only have, we have less than 1 million wallets holding Hbar. So for me personally, this is, still very undervalued. And I think that, yeah, if we do run last in terms of this bull run, we're going to run very, very strong. DNT looking positive today. Good to see if it moves a bit more. Yeah. DNT is, again, it's one of those holds. Like if we come over here and look at the DNT price chart, right? Again, a lot of people are frustrated with this one too. Trust me, I am myself. I've been pretty much holding since back in January, right? So we've been seeing, this massive consolidation zone. I mean, if we look here, this is actually consolidating more than Hbar. So for me personally, it just hit the 102-day accumulation period. We could still see this break out into massive waves, and I still think that this is another undervalued gem in this space, because DNT has not moved significantly as much as most projects did, especially in the USDC pair category, because we see projects like CVC, GNT as well, even Mana, right? Because Mana is one of those moves that surprised a lot of people. They weren't really looking at NFTs at the time. That's why I said when I was investing in Loom, right? Because I originally sold my Loom. You guys already know I sold it for Hbar. I said, Loom is a terrible project because, the team basically switched up their motives overall. So for me personally, I got rid of Loom, got into Hbar, and it looked incredible at the time, and it pretty much did incredible things. Now, I was invested in Hbar even before I was invested in Loom, but that was back in January, right? So I was buying at like 3 to 2 cents overall. But like I said, Loom could have had the same pump that Mana did because they were focused on NFTs before NFTs were really even a big thing. That's why I hate when I see projects have something solid, have something good, and then all of a sudden change their motives overall. But again, I think the thing with Loom that we were seeing was just kind of manipulation of buyers and telling them pretty much everything that they wanted to hear, and it did work. There's a lot of hopium being spewed all over Twitter. So for me personally, we just really have to watch projects like DNT and stuff that actually do have solid use cases and solid value that are still very undervalued in this space, because I could pretty much tell you right now at 21 cents, I think DNT is a solid buy point. We didn't really bounce too much from these bottom levels. I still think DNT is going to do massive things. Now, in terms of just overall looking at, Hbar, because again, we are still seeing, this accumulation zone being built. That support level is massive at around that 24 to 26 cent level. But again, we could still see lows. If you guys did want to buy a little bit lower, we could see a little bit of a dip happening very soon if Bitcoin can't reclaim that 40K plus level. Now, a lot of alts could still run at this time because we are still seeing Bitcoin dominance kind of fall in terms of us reaching this 43 level. But we still have to watch it overall play out because, currently, even with Bitcoin, at these 38K support levels, which were basically the levels back in here that we were calling for back in February, March, we haven't really moved from that level. We really haven't broken key resistance levels of like 41K plus. Hey man, awesome. Glad to hear it. I think right now XRP is at a good price to even buy. We did get a little bit of a better buy overall on this dip. I know even my dad, right, because I have my dad heavily invested in crypto as well. He was buying XRP at around 65 to 70 cents when we were down in this dip. And I told him, yeah, I mean, that's a great point to buy because, if we see it, most of those prices were almost pre-pump prices that we got. So that's a gift in the making right there. If you could get into something that's nearly at pre-pump prices, that's massive, right? Because you already know what's going to happen next. And, we are still building. If we look here, we're still on an upward trend. Things are still looking good overall. And I think that very soon we're going to see, these prices back in our grasp. Again, though, we got to be really careful in this market because, even we're seeing stuff like this, right? So, this is from XRP_Stewart. He said, during crypto bull runs, lots of celebrities/influential people get asked to promote new cryptos. Most are just scams. They're asked if they can chill, and they will get paid, like Soldier Boy getting paid $24,000. Please be aware and do your own research. You can get hurt. Don't be sheep, right? And this is one of those. This is like one of those things that I mention a lot where I think a lot of people need to kind of stay out of this market, and that is celebrities and billionaires. Like, if they're going to be investing in stuff like this, just please do it under like the radar, right? Don't bring other people into it and kind of just pump your own bags from people who are like your fans and stuff. Or like, for an example, like Mark Cuban and Elon Musk. Like, I've talked about them so many times, but for the most part, like, it's sad to see retail investors kind of walking off the bridge because a lot of people, like, I know a lot of retail investors follow these billionaires, and it's just blindly following people. So we got to be really careful with what we're investing in. If something seems too good to be true in this market, 9 times out of 10, it is. Now, we do get some lucky, pumps, like, for an example, Safe Moon, but we all know what ended up happening with that as well. Does anybody think that this will get up to Ethereum price someday? I mean, I think XRP could. I also think that Matic could as well. Same with Hbar. It's just going to take time. We're still very early in the crypto market, and I love to really mention that because we're still seeing mass adoption coming into place. We're only a $1.7 trillion market, and I know a lot of people argue the fact that $1.7 trillion is a lot of money, and it is. But for the most part, what we're investing in, we already did the research on all these projects. Could you honestly imagine investing in a piece of the financial, system for $1.7 trillion? I can't fathom that because we're still at very undervalued prices, and it's just massive to see that people still think that because market cap and circulating supply, we can't reach certain prices. It's just crazy to me. Speaking of new projects, any insight on Solana? Um, this is one of those projects that I personally haven't really looked at in terms of the overall project structure. I know it's somewhere here. I just seen it actually. I can't find it. 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to search it. So Solana, I've been hearing a lot of good things about. I personally haven't looked into it too much, but I do know, we are still at pretty good prices on this as well. Again, we're getting a lot of good prices to really invest in, and I think that that's why we need to look at this dip as also, a blessing in disguise, because a lot of people said, hey, the bull run's done, we're going into a bear market. I like to stress the idea that when fear ensues in this market, that is the time to really buy, because you have a lot of people that just kind of like to bring panic into the market, to have people sell, to buy lower bags. And I will tell you right now, there is a lot of influencers out there that do pretty much do that. They will tell you to sell your bags to buy your bags cheap. And again, look at the prices that we're at right now, right? So we're at $34 on Solana, right? That is pretty much pre-pumps here back in April. So for me personally, a lot of these projects aren't, too crazy in terms of a buy. Like right now, this is only a $9.2 billion market cap. Now, personally, I do not know a lot about this project, so I cannot tell you, what this project does or anything like that. I haven't did any research on this, but I will tell you right now, total supply is 500 million, circulating supply is 270 million. This still has a lot of room to grow. Now it is up to, right now, if we go to the 1 year, it is up 5,800%. So that is a decent amount. But, like I said, you got to really do your research and really look for yourself. But that's just me. What do you think about Hbar with all the regulation talks? Seems right up their alley. Yeah, I mean, their ABFT, cleared basically, right? So they already have, the whole SEC compliant kind of thing going on. So I think that Hbar, if, regulatory clarity comes into the space, I think that they'll be safe overall. So I still think that Hbar is doing incredible things, and I don't think any regulations will, hurt Hbar no matter what. So Cuban is now invested in Matic. I hope he doesn't pollute it. Yeah, I seen that. Honestly, I was like, I almost wanted to make a joke saying, hey, I'm selling my bags now, but I didn't want to do anything like that to you guys. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's also good. It's a good thing for retail investors to follow him blindly into it. So anybody who is actually invested in Matic early already knows, hey, people are buying our cheap bags. So, hey, why not, pretty much party and celebrate it. Sorry, just joining. It's all good, Jordan. I appreciate you joining in anyways. Doesn't matter if you're here from the start or now. It's still appreciate it. Got to go now. Good stream again. See you in the next one. No problem, man. Have a great day. Pretty much welcome, and also thanks for joining. Any opinions on talks of MasterCard joining the council, and who else do you think could join? Yes. That's why I brought up the ABFT. They are ABFT compliant. MasterCard was looking for a cryptocurrency that was ABFT compliant, and Hbar is that perfect choice. It is also good to note that Hbar is also pulling incredible, numbers and statistics that also outbeat, MasterCard and Visa. So, yeah, I think that, MasterCard could definitely join the council. I think that would be massive. Maybe something like that will actually pump the bags, So I think something like that could definitely, help the price. But I think it's still, I think it's kind of a little bit of speculation, but I think it is, I think it could happen. We currently are still sitting at a 44 placement in terms of market cap. So we are still very early in Hbar, like I said, up almost 10%. Not too crazy. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I still see a lot of these. I still see MasterCard and Visa and stuff joining these crypto projects because, I mean, at some point in time, they really have to realize, like, we're doing, for example, if we come over to the XRP ledger, right? So we already kind of did the calculations on here, but I do want to show anybody here who is kind of new and didn't really see this. If we look at credit cards, right? And we do 100 million transactions for XRP to Visa and MasterCard, right? So comparing these three, we see that Visa and MasterCard outbeat XRP in terms of kilowatts an hour, right? But if we compare Hbar, Hbar is actually at a less kilowatts an hour level than Visa and MasterCard, and it's also a lot more scalability. Well, offers a lot more scalability, I should say, than the two, and also it is cheaper than both of them. So, Visa and MasterCard have to realize, a lot of these coins are, pretty much doing what we could do except better. So why not pretty much build on their, networks and stuff and kind of reach those statistics and actually scale at, higher levels with cheaper prices as well as, not as much, power usage. Sold all of my Matic to buy Hbar when Matic first hit $1, regretting that now. I think that you'll regret it for a little bit, but for the most part, you'll end up winning at the end of the day. A profit is profit to me personally. Like, if I'm going to sell something, if it hits like $5, right, and it goes to, I don't know, $10, right, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm going to be like, well, I could have made a lot more money, but greed is what kills a lot of people in this market. We've seen that, even on Bitcoin, right? A lot of people were holding for, 70K when it hit 64K, and all of a sudden a lot of people got liquidated, a lot of people got trapped. That's what happens in this market. People get trapped easily in this market just from greed alone. And that's why I always like to say, we can't be consistently greedy on terms of, I think it's going to go to this price, I'm going to hold until this price. I'm not selling a dime until it gets to this price. Listen, selling everything at X amount of price is just a terrible idea in my opinion overall. That's why we kind of average out in terms of profit, and also when we buy as well, we average in, because we never know when something's going to go crazy, right? Because, I could have been holding here, right, at $1.98, and I could have been like, all right, I'm waiting for $2, I'm waiting for $2, I'm going to put a sell order at $2, right? And we missed it by like a cent and a half. So for me personally, not getting too greedy in this game helps win, but also, being greedy when people are fearful also allows you to win, because when you see stuff like this, when we come down to like 76 cents or even like 62 cents, that's when you buy and you don't be fearful at all. Like, when this game has a few things in it, right? First off, it has a lot of impatient buyers, right? Because we see somebody buy today and they want the price to be $10 by tomorrow when they wake up, right? But when they wake up and they see it like kind of dip a little bit, right? Say for so I bought right now, right? And I'm a retail investor. If it dipped down 10% down to, 90 cents, most of them will sell. They will sell that, not knowing that the next move could be a massive push up to their targets, and they miss out because they are greedy, impatient. That's why I always like to say, this game is a patience game. Patience is a virtue, and in this game, patience is the most important thing next to being very calm and complacent. Because listen, being calm and complacent in this game is very, very good. Like I said, you really got to just kind of look at the market, zoom out on the real big picture, right? Because if we come here and look, we could see that we're still trading under this all-time high back here, and we're still looking good, right? But a lot of people were saying, we're going into a bear market. Listen, we didn't accumulate for, 4+ years, right? Just to have a bull run for 5 months. And it's not even the idea that, hey, I'm greedy, I'm waiting for this major pump up, I can't wait to sell at these levels. It's the idea that from market structure and from a technical standpoint, we're still ranging to do something like this, right? We see dips like this. Even if we zoom out a little bit back here, we see that we were trading, and then we got that dip, and then we pumped up, right? Because that's what it's all about, building a structure, pulling back to those key levels so that we can move up higher on the scale. But if I showed you this chart, right, would you be buying at these levels right now knowing that this is our next target? Because me personally, I continue to buy here, right? Because we know what's next for XRP. We know what's next for Hbar. We know what's next for even Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin, my target point for Bitcoin, my topping point was about 75 to 85K on Bitcoin, right? But the thing is, a lot of people are saying, 100K, 300K, it's going to $1 million this bull run. Like, I've actually seen YouTube channels that are posting videos saying Bitcoin to $1 million in this year, right? It's just, idiotic for me personally because, we could have two alt runs, right? We could have an alt season, this summer, and we could also have an alt season in the summer of 2022 where we build up to, December and January after having a pullback in the fall of like September into October and building back up to run in December. That's the same structure here in the 2017 and 2018 bull run. Now we could have a second alt season where we push up all the way to, August of 2022. Now, what would tell us if we're having that bull run, or two bull runs, I should say, is just overall market structure of what happens after December. Now, we still have to look at PA. That's why a lot of people are still saying these massive numbers in terms of where we see, HBAR and stuff going this year. But for me personally, I'm not seeing two alt seasons, right? I think that's where a lot of people's targets come, where they're saying Bitcoin to $1 million or XRP to $1,000 and stuff like that. Listen, utility runs will happen. We will have a utility run that actually brings XRP, HBAR, TEL, a lot of these utility tokens to astronomical rates where, we're seeing our portfolios rise 10 to 100x to even 1,000x. We will see that, right? But the thing is that the utility run is still almost a year out. So we still have to watch PA play out. We still got to watch the market. We got to analyze if anything will actually happen overall. So we still got to watch that. But let me catch up on chat. Been there when I was new to the market. Now I'm a hodler. Yup, 100%. XRP needs breakout before Bitcoin goes down. Not necessarily. If we don't break out and we get that dip back down into that 80 to even 60 cent range, which, like I said, we could still see on Bitcoin, and I know a lot of people won't like me saying this, we could still see that $27,000 range being hit overall, because, that is a key level, and that would really pull back all the way to the yearly low in terms of price. So that is a high demand area, and I think that we could still see that if 33.5K is broken at some point in time. But right now, that is a possibility, but it's not that high of a probability to actually happen. So I still think that we're in this ranging high kind of building pattern where we build that foundation to those higher highs. Just my opinion overall, but that's just me personally. My logic is there are whales who make biggest gains in alt season, so we are bullish. They are yet to make big gains. XRP will break out in 1 week. Apple plus XRP equals Elon. Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I'm not too crazy about Elon Musk or anything like that, but I am expecting a little bit of a breakout here happening on pretty much most alts, especially XRP, me personally. But yeah, there is a lot of whales in this game that manipulate, the prices, and they manipulate the market. That's why we see $9 billion kind of just go out the door in terms of liquidations on Bitcoin, which was massive, right? Because, we don't really want to watch, people lose money in this game. That's the main reason why I'm here, right? I want to help you guys make money. So, for me personally, seeing $9 billion get lost just from liquidations on Bitcoin, that is just insane to me, because I don't want anybody to lose money. Like I said, I'm here to help you guys make money. So, we have whales that just want to watch the world burn, quote from The Dark Knight. But for the most part, yeah, that's what they want. There's a lot of people in this game that can control the system. Well, basically, they look at us as their puppets, right? We're on their strings, right? They're pulling the strings. They're dumping the price. They make sure that we are fearful, right? And at that point, it's what they really feed off of. They feed off of our fear. They feed off of our low-priced bags that we're selling to them. And at some point in time, they know that we're going to buy back their bags at a higher price, so they make that money on the return. So for me personally, it's always, be vigilant and be calm in these, times of, real fear levels, because I can tell you right now, we have not topped out in terms of the overall market structure. So that's just my point. We're not at the top point. We didn't consolidate for 4 years to have a 5-month bull run where most alts didn't even move that much. Paper hands getting wrecked. Yeah, exactly. Paper hands will get wrecked in this game all day long. If you can't watch your portfolio go, like for an example, right? I watched my portfolio go down, almost $30,000 in 1 day, right? If you cannot watch your portfolio go down that much without selling or panic selling, then obviously this game might just not be for you, right? Because I've had friends message me where I was telling them get into crypto at these levels, and all of a sudden, they're saying, dude, what's happening with the market? Everything's crashing. What's happening? Are we in a bear market? Are we going to crash even lower? A lot of people get very fearful that do not do their research in this game. That's why you got to research the projects that you're in and know what you hold, because when something goes down 50%, there's only one thing that clicks in your mind if you are not vigilant, and that's, I'm selling before I lose everything, right? But we are not going to lose everything because we know what crypto is. We know that crypto's here forever. Say for so, now, this is full speculation. Do not listen to this and think realistic, but say for so the bull runs over right now, right? Say for so, we're in the bear market. If you hold for another, couple years, you'll be bounced back and then some in your initial investment anyway. So it doesn't really matter if the bull run is over or the bear market's here. Now, I will stress the idea that this bull market is not over. We are just beginning still. So please do not sell your bags or anything thinking that the bull market is over, because it's not. Just stay calm, stay vigilant with it. We are still looking good overall, so just be calm and just stay relaxed. They have set in the fear. They bought our fear. Only way now is up, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that we are trading in a good upward trend. I still think that Bitcoin's looking good. We haven't broke this, level here. The lowest that we hit was about 37,800, which is a still good point to really, pretty much bounce off of and go higher. We still didn't break down too much from that 38K level. I was expecting us to break down a little bit more once we broke 38K personally, but we didn't see that. So, we are still looking good. We reclaimed that support level. We are trading a little bit up and down. We haven't really broken out of 38K, and we haven't really broken down below it. So, we're still watching PA play out on Bitcoin. We are watching Bitcoin dominance kind of bounce around a little bit here. And most alts are doing the same thing, right? We're still kind of sitting stable and kind of stagnant overall, if you will. So we still have to watch PA play out. Hbar is still looking good. XRP is still looking good. Nothing has really changed in terms of those. I'm still very bullish on those. A lot of people were mentioning Stack too. If anybody's in the chat and they are invested in Jig Stack or Stack, trust me, I feel the frustration with it. Trust me, I'm down on Stack as well, but Stack I'm very bullish. We have 2 CEX listings very soon, next month actually, and we also have another one happening I think either today or tomorrow, which will allow a lot more retail investors to buy Jig Stack to avoid those Uniswap fees. But that's just me personally, because less retail money is coming in. We need greed now. Yep, definitely. We're only at a $1.7 trillion market cap. We're still down $300 billion from our real key $2 trillion level. So I still think that we're going to range a little bit higher here soon. Overall, as for people getting impatient with Hbar, always remember this: the longer the consolidation, the greater the expansion. Yep, definitely. Mentioned that beginning of the live stream, and it is the key thing to really think about, because we see projects consolidate for months at a time before moving up to like massive levels, right? That's why I'm expecting a massive breakout on Hbar. That's why even on XRP as well, right? So me personally, I think that they're going to move very soon, and I think at some point in time we're going to look back on these prices and say, wow, I wish I would have bought more. Once Flare Finance opens up, it will increase the demand for XRP. Also still waiting for Hbar staking. That will make the prices go up soon. Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, Flare Finance is massive. I can't even fathom the idea of pretty much integrating your F assets on the Flare Finance to really earn that passive income. That's going to be a huge key here overall. But yeah, Flare is going to be a massive project. I'm so happy that I get it for free too. So airdrop is the win. If every country has its own digital dollar/currency, will XRP still be the center of attention for cross-border payments? Yeah, honestly, like I said, overall XRP isn't what it's not going to be the digital currency or reserve world currency like everybody says it is. Like, I'm not going to tell you guys, like, I'm not a cult leader of XRP, right? Like, I see a lot of these people out here, claiming XRP is going to be like the dominant like species of the currencies of the future and stuff. That's why they're saying like $1,000 plus. Like, I'm not going to tell you guys that. I'm going to be more realistic. XRP is the bridge asset. So these CBDCs will be moving over the XRP ledger, utilizing XRP as the fee to move it. And like I said, if more and more money is moving over the XRP ledger, it means less and less XRP in supply because XRP is actually burned as fees, which means it's going to be moving at astronomical rates in time, because once trillions and trillions of dollars is moved over the XRP ledger, it's pretty much game over in terms of XRP price. But yeah, Hbar isn't moving. I've got 411 at 22 cents. So for me, it's not doing good. Sure, it will go up though. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a massive project. Trust me. Just be patient with it. Just kind of do other stuff. Kind of do like productive things. Keep your eyes off the charts, and you'll be golden. Carne asada, every country maybe in 200 years. No, definitely. I think there's a lot of countries overall utilizing XRP, and I think a lot more are kind of looking for that CBDC kind of efficiency boost that they need. So even like Hbar is going to be, utilized a lot. Tata Communications is in Hedera's council, is owned by 40% Indian government. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of governing council members that are just massive for Hbar overall. He's a total fan. He's got influence. Yeah, for sure. Why XRP and not XLM? XLM is also good. I just mentioned that XLM is also a good buy at these levels. If we look at XLM, XLM really hasn't moved too much, right? Right now, currently, we're still looking good, right? We hit key levels down here to like even 27 cents, right? 27.5 cents, guys. That's all the way back in January, actually. So basically, like the beginning of February, back in almost January at the end. If you got any buys here, that was massive, guys. You know what's next for this. My personal targets for XLM is $5, right? XLM has pretty much the similar tech as XRP, but the tech is not on the level that XRP is. First off, XLM doesn't have the team behind it that Ripple has. Now, yes, they do have a solid team. Honestly, if you could stretch your portfolio out to XLM, Hbar, and also XRP, having those three as well is a good point. I still think that XLM is going to be a major run up. If we look here again on the zoomed out scale, we could see that our all-time high is about that 93 cents almost. We almost broke out into price discovery. I was getting very, very happy for a little bit of time. But then, the Bitcoin dip came and pretty much broke everything down. So for me personally, I think that XLM is going to be a solid point to enter even at these levels, and a solid hold overall for this bull run. What about Matic? Yeah, I think Matic is going to be a $10 plus asset. I think it's a top 10 easily. Like I said in my last video, it is outbeating Ethereum and pretty much most on terms of transactions, especially transaction fees. So me personally, I think Matic is definitely a top 10. Incredible technology, incredible team, and they are having pretty much project adoption and integration pretty much almost daily. So for me personally, I'm very bullish on Matic. Matic is going to be a massive hold. I still am very happy with Matic overall. Very bullish on it, as you guys already know, and we're not even in the top 10. So we're currently trading at number 12, and actually number 13. We just jumped a little bit. So yeah, I mean, still very bullish on Bitcoin Cash as well. If you guys already know me, Bitcoin Cash is one of my main holds. It's not, a top 3 personally, but, it is one of those holds that I do think that 10K plus will definitely happen this year. It's a solid project. I think it has a lot more innovation than Bitcoin itself. Just my opinion. Is Tron worth the investment, or is it just another Doge? Dude, honestly, TRX, I just would not trust that. I would not trust that at all. Pretty much the owner and founder of TRX is just like a scammer in my opinion. So me personally, I would not get into TRX at all. I would kind of avoid that and get into something else that has a lot more viable, pretty much a viable team and stuff like that. For an example, Tel is a solid buy. I think that this is a great project. Now we are at a little bit of a high still, but for the most part, I still think that this is going to do incredible things. I think $1 plus is very achievable this bull run. Will bring it to $100 billion total market diluted cap, but circulating supply would be a $42 billion market cap, and I think that this is a solid hold personally. Also, VeChain, yeah, VeChain is. I don't have too much information and knowledge on this project, but I don't like the circulating supply to market cap ratio. Now again, that could be me being a little bit hypocritical, because I do know that market cap and price per market cap is nothing too crazy. But like I said, I still think that this could easily hit 50 cents to even $1, but this one is a little bit harder to reach that dollar range because it has 63 billion in circulating supply. But VeChain is doing some pretty cool stuff. I do like the project overall. I've heard a lot of stuff about it. I just haven't done too much research overall. I actually did not know that Shopify accepts Hbar now. I didn't really look into that. Let me actually look that up. I use Shopify a little bit. I used to build like online platforms with it, but I don't know if do they actually accept Hbar? I don't know if they do. I don't even know where I would see that. I think I would have to actually pay, like go to like pay or something. I don't know. If anybody can confirm that, that would be awesome. Let me go to prices. Let me see prices. They should list like the stuff that's pretty much you could pay with. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if they do accept that, that's awesome overall. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Matic and stuff, like a lot of these projects are massive, and like I said, Matic is a top 10 easily. I think that it could easily beat ADA in terms of market cap. So it's currently at a $14 billion market cap, which is nothing. I think it could easily hit 56 billion in terms of market cap plus. I still think XRP is going to be a top 3 in terms of overall market cap. And like I said, we could technically flip Bitcoin in terms of overall market cap if we did hit $20+. Can you do a review on PHNX? I actually never even heard of that coin, to be completely honest with you. I'd actually have to do a lot of research on this. It looks good. I mean, circulating supply 59 million, almost 60 million. Total supply is 110. Total market cap's only 6.5 million. I mean, this is pretty cool. 35 cents was its high in April, and currently it's at 10 cents. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty good. I really didn't look too much into this project, so don't take this as like, hey, go buy this coin or anything. I haven't looked at this. So I really don't know too much about this. I would actually have to do research on it and really give you guys a good solid point on it. Why do you think ADA is outperforming the other cryptos? Honestly, it's just one of those coins that has a lot more marketing and a lot of people know about it. Like, that was the first coin that I seen show up on my Facebook feed from like people that I'm friends with that I know that don't know anything about crypto. So, if people are talking about ADA like that are, retail investors, and also it's on Coinbase, so it's easy for, noob investors to jump into it. That's why I think ADA is really pumping out a lot more. I think if XRP was on Coinbase or major exchanges, I think that we would be way above, ADA or even BNB and stuff like that. I think that would probably be at top 3 right now, at least. If you had one choice to invest in and had no crypto to date, what would you buy? Hbar. Honestly, Hbar or XRP, either one. They're both incredible projects, in my opinion. But Hbar has a lot less risk involved. But that's just me. I will sell my Tron as soon as we hit 1 billion. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. 18 cents. My bad. I don't trust in it after I found out its founder. Yeah, the founder is very sketchy overall. Can you look into B Pro? Yeah, a lot of these projects I haven't looked into, but I could if I get some time. And Cash, if you were to put money on one coin, which would it be? For me, it's Hbar. Hbar, yeah. I mean, Hbar. It just makes sense. I mean, Hbar is just, guys. I really can't. I mean, come on. Like, look at this. All right, we've looked at this chart so many times, and it's just, look at this. I mean, come on. We've just been in consolidation for 72 days. We know what's next. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, this is just a low risk, high reward value right now. I bought some Stellar, but now I'm thinking about swapping to Polygon. I wouldn't swap to Polygon, not at current levels. Polygon is way too expensive overall. I still think that it has a lot of movement in it. It's just, me personally, it's just way too high in terms of price. I think Stellar would have a lot more value right now, currently, or even Hbar. So like swapping like Stellar to Hbar would be the actual better choice. XRP will be relisted on some exchanges after the settlement is done, I've heard. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even know what they're waiting for. They got confirmation that selling on exchanges is not illegal, so me personally, I think that they're just, I don't know, for me personally, I just think that they're waiting. I actually have this open, which is funny, right? So we had Garling House on CNBC today. I didn't personally watch it live, but I did watch it once I woke up. And it says, "Can cryptocurrencies survive regulators? Here's what Ripple CEO says about XRP's future." Right. So we read this and we've seen this. And key points known for the XRP cryptocurrency, Ripple has been caught in a high-stakes legal tussle with the Securities and Exchange Commission since last year. Now, I personally watched this, and honestly, this was a terrible interview. Like, this guy over here, I forgot what his name is, but honestly, he has no information on XRP. He has done no research, because he was saying with the mining process of XRP, once he said the mining process of XRP, I was out. Like, dude, like, this guy knows nothing. Like, XRP can't be mined. It already has, a finite supply in circulation. So this guy already doesn't know anything about crypto. These people have to stop talking about crypto that don't know anything about crypto markets. That's why I stress the idea that don't listen to these people that have no knowledge on cryptocurrencies, because it's such a terrible image for the market. When will Hbar be put on platforms like eToro, and what does it take to get it there? Honestly, it's just acceptance, really. I still think that Hbar doesn't need platforms like Coinbase and stuff. I still think that it's going to move like crazy, but they will help. They will help overall. Do you think anything comes to Hbar in terms of utility? Yeah, I mean, Hbar already has a ton of utility involved, so me personally, I don't think it lacks in really any place besides, just price, honestly. HOT or One is also a great, same as Matic, and it's cheap for now. Yeah, HOT is pretty good, personally. Thoughts on XDC? Seems to be in plans for the new financial system, but not talked about much. 4 cents right now. XDC is a great buy. I do know about XDC. I know a lot of people who are invested in it as well. If you are invested in XRP, I would definitely look into it and do your research, because I think XDC will be a top gainer this bull run 100%. Animoca partners with Hedera for gaming projects. Did you see this one? Yeah, I actually uploaded a video on it. My recent NFT gaming update on Hbar actually goes in depth on that. I use eToro. Where's the best place to buy Hbar? If you guys click in my YouTube channel, right, in the referral links in the description, I have an Uphold referral link. Uphold, in my opinion, is a good point to buy Hbar. You could also buy it on Binance US as well, or Binance. So yeah, I mean, if you do click the referral link, we both get $10 in Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. We could pretty much transfer it into other things and make money, because Bitcoin is garbage, but that's my opinion. Bitcoin is just trash right now to buy. Like, I wouldn't buy at these levels, but hey, I still think it's going to be doing good things. Yo, Nick, doing good, man. Yeah, Mark, glad to hear, man. I'm doing pretty good as well. Hope that you're having a great day, man. Today's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. So yeah, I mean, some call for a crypto ban. CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the lack of clarity in the U.S. regulation of digital assets compared to other developed nations is a big part of the problem. Yeah, honestly, if you guys watch Garlinghouse, I don't know if you guys watch any interviews with him and stuff. That's why my opinion on XRP being like a scam coin and stuff. Honestly, Brad Garlinghouse's overall posture, his body language and everything, you could tell this guy has done the research on crypto. He's involved in it fully. He puts his heart and soul into Ripple, and I think that he's a great frontman for Ripple, and they're doing incredible things. Ripple is just a solid team and solid company overall. I think Ripple's going to be here to stay. I think that in 10 years it's going to be a financial giant in the space as well. So at some point, will I say that XRP is the next Bitcoin? No, I wouldn't. But I will say this, it is close to being one of the top tier assets in the space overall. I think it is. He's a critic of Bitcoin's energy use, but he said he's not waging a secret war against it with people like Elon Musk. Bitcoin and Ethereum are trash. So much exorbitant fees. Recently, to transfer money, I had to go with XRP. Yeah, dude. Honestly, when I was buying a stack on Uniswap, dude, it was terrible, man. It was rough. Like, I was paying almost $300 to buy $3,000 worth, which was massive at some points. So, I was even using the USDC pair to really kind of avoid fees. So it was bad. Hi guys, Hbar is by far the best bet in crypto world to me. Yeah, I think it is as well. Also, welcome to the live stream. Sorry, I missed that link for Hbar. Yeah, no worries, man. Or I don't know if I just call everybody man. Honestly, I'm sorry if I do, but I just one of those things I do. But yeah, HBAR is massive, and I think that at some point in time, HBAR is going to overtake this crypto world as well as XRP. What is your process of finding, researching projects? Just overall looking at the project structure, like looking at the past as well as like past like price points, project innovation updates. Because if you look at something and it doesn't have a project update since like 2017, 9 times out of 10 it's just a garbage coin. Binance is a little confusing to use. You should do a video showing how to buy HBAR on a few platforms. I get mine from MoonPay. Not great, but it works for me. Yeah, I don't like MoonPay personally. I tried to use it on Trust Wallet and it was just bad. Is OK Coin and Uphold for HBAR? Yeah, Uphold's not bad. Binance is not bad either, but it is a little confusing. Known for pioneering cryptocurrency, XRP, Ripple has been caught in a high-stakes legal tussle with the U.S. SEC since last year. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse doubted down on his frustration surrounding the lack of clarity in the U.S. regulation of digital assets and the appearance on CNBC's Squawk Box on Wednesday. He says a big part of the problem with crypto regulations in the U.S. is not the cryptocurrency players, but the lack of action from the U.S. regulators compared to global peers. Me personally, let me get a sip of water real quick. My throat is dry. So me personally, I think this is a big key component here. I think that's the main reason why the U.S. is, so, extremely to the point of like we need Ripple to pay for what they did. I think that they don't understand XRP cryptocurrencies. They don't understand this market at all. They just think that it's just like, oh, it's way too volatile. Nobody would want to invest in it. For me personally, I think that currently right now, we do lack regulatory clarity and regulations overall. That's why we see Elon Musk and billionaires shilling garbage, right? Elon Musk honestly should be in jail for what he's doing, right? He's walking people to the edge, making them lose a ton of cash, right? I almost slipped up a little bit there, but for the most part, they are losing a ton of cash, and he does not care, right? He's just making massive amounts of money off of government contracts for Teslas and stuff. So for me personally, right, people like that should be, definitely taken to court. They should be sued, arrested, or anything like that. I think a lot of these billionaires and these influencers and stuff, they should also face the same issues. It's terrible, right? So for me personally, I can't stand watching these billionaires walk people off the edge and have them losing massive amounts of money overall. HBAR doesn't do any marketing. It would be nuts when they do marketing. Yeah, definitely, 100%. What about HOT? Is it a good project? Yeah, I think HOT is a decent project. If you do some research on it, you could kind of find the overall statistics about it. Sorry. I find strange other major YouTubers don't comment on HBAR, like Cryptos RS. Yeah, honestly, just a lot of people don't want to look into it. They just avoid the fact that, hey, it is extremely undervalued. They're not uploading any videos on it, but hey, I will take the time out to invest or to even do research on this and really give you guys the scoop on how early we are, because we only have 256,000 holders, and if I even refresh this, we only went up by like over 100. So it is growing a little bit, but it's nothing like too crazy. And we did currently break that $27 or 27-cent range. Could you imagine $27? That would be incredible. For those who don't know how big is HBAR, learn at their website about the massive platform before investing. Then if you like it, let's go. Seriously, study the project and learn more about it. It's worth it. Elon basically robbed people of their money. There should be some accountability. Yeah, definitely. I think that, for example, like we look at the guy that was, shilling the whole GameStop thing. Like he basically manipulated the market, yeah. But why is he getting in trouble for making people money, but Elon Musk is not getting in trouble for, having people lose a ton of money? Stupid. I guess they're in development phase. Can't transfer my HBAR anywhere when buying from Uphold. It kind of sucks. Yeah, you do have a 65-day hold period for ACH or bank transfers, I should say. The reason for that is security purposes, so that if your account gets hacked, basically nobody could steal all your cash and stuff like that. So they do that for security purposes. I will say that right now. Binance, Voyager, and Coinbase don't sell XRP. Where can I buy it? Right now, Uphold. Uphold's the only place. If you guys do want, like I said, you could use my referral link and we both get $10 free in Bitcoin, and we could transfer it into other things and make more money off of it. But all will come. Yes, it's difficult to buy. Bitcoin, yes, and it's not for trading. Bitcoin, no. Bitcoin, yes. Yeah, Elon just kept going back on his word. For me personally, though, I just want to say the people who cannot buy into certain projects, and it's so hard to actually buy into projects, usually those projects that not a lot of people have access to are some of the biggest movers once they actually do come to market, like Coinbase and stuff. That's why Stack, like Stack right now, I know a lot of people are hating on the project because it is so low in terms of price from a lot of people's buys, but it's one of those projects that are so hard to actually get that when it comes to like actual market, a lot of people will buy into it and the price will pump like crazy. Elon is working like a market newbie. Yeah, he is. I mean, honestly, Dogecoin is such a garbage coin. Thanks will do. Lehman Baird CEO genius at Hbar said exchanges have to do a lot of change to adapt to Hbar technology, but it will come. That's why the price now is still a bargain, I guess. Yeah, I think the price right now is very undervalued overall for it, but that's just me. So the SEC charged Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen and Garlinghouse with conducting an illegal securities offering that allegedly raised more than $1.3 billion through sales of XRP. XRP was trading up about 8% on Wednesday morning amid a crypto rebound, and it is up more than 300% year-to-date, but has fallen far from its year-to-date high during the recent crash in cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin had bounced back from its massive recent decline and was hovering around $40,000 on Wednesday. There's a misunderstanding of how these technologies can be applied, Garlinghouse said. In the United States, there has been a lack of regulatory clarity. Other countries, G20 markets, they have invested the time and energy either through legislation or rulemaking to provide that clarity and certainty which allows investors to participate, entrepreneurs to build. And guys, I do like the idea, and there's a lot more to this, but overall, we don't really need to go too in-depth on this. Overall, this whole meeting, I would say, just overall kind of segment was just terrible overall, right? Because this guy just did not know anything about it. It was honestly embarrassing for him because Garlinghouse was already on CNBC 2 years prior to this, where he was talking about, regulatory clarity. He said it's important for the space. And what happens, 2 years later? The SEC charges them. It's, Garlinghouse and the whole team behind Ripple is very intelligent. Same with the team behind Hbar, right? Because they're both massive projects. They both have a ton of adaptation in this space that really we could see, projects being really adopted overall in terms of what they are used for. And I think that right now, Hbar is going to be pushing up to massive levels, right? We're going to reclaim this 46-cent range almost, break above it, and go into price discovery where we will see $1 plus, right? If we look here, we did a similar consolidation back when it was pretty much consolidating during the bear market, right? Because this is like February of 2020, right? But before pumping up to these key levels, and right here, right, this accumulation zone right here is a good pinpoint. So let's come down here. And if we look here, we accumulated a little bit before that major pump up from, it was 43 days overall. And the solid price point where we were at our lowest beforehand, because going off of this was like an impulse low, right? So our lowest point was about this 10-cent range, and we pumped up to this 46-cent range almost for a 354% increase in price. So that was 43 days. We are currently going on 72 days overall, so almost 2 times that. So the next push up, I'm expecting at least like almost a 600+% increase from our current levels. Now, if we did do a 600% increase from our current price point, that would put us at, I think it was like almost $3, I believe. Or yeah, it's actually $2 almost. So I'm expecting this to play out very soon. And I think that we're going to see that same push-up that we've seen with Matic overall happen with Hbar. And I just think that we're just ranging right now. But for the most part, yeah, I think that Hbar will make you rich, and I think that XRP will also make you rich overall. But that's just my opinion. What Elon did with Doge is arrogant, knowing so many people invested time and money into developing projects with actual utility. Yeah, honestly, it's just billionaires make money off of this stuff, right? They manipulate things and they make money off of it. It's the only way that they make money overall. 34 cents is very easy for Hbar. Now we are in the dip due to China restriction, which to me are welcome. A nice ascending triangle forming on Hbar right now on the 1 hour. I'm not convinced China is the reason or even part of the reason of the dip. Yeah, no, I don't think it was either. I think overall, you know, I think right now currently what we're seeing is just FUD going through the market, and you know, we're just seeing a little bit of a massive correction and manipulation of the market overall from billionaires like Elon Musk and Michael Saylor and stuff like that. But that's just me. Don't follow Elon on crypto. He has no idea. He's like a kid. Sometimes he will try to help. Then he changes his opinion. Doge is pure scam. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Joel. Thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for chilling as well. I'm trying to give as much free knowledge away as possible. NC, you're my new friend, if you agree, of course. Yes, it is China, and that's great. Yeah, I mean, dude, we're all friends here. I'm trying to help you all make some cash. I really do want you guys to really be able to pay off your bills, outstanding debts, stuff like that. Me personally, just being debt-free in life is such a burden for a lot of people, because a lot of people wish that they had, you know, debt-free lives, and it's sad to see inflation rates rising, and a lot of people are hurting right now. So, you know, having the possibility of changing people's lives is incredible for me. What was the catalyst for Matic's pump? Was there major news that broke? Hoping Hbar follows the same trajectory, so I'm looking for the similarities. Just overall consolidation, to be honest, and this is where I like to this is where I like to actually, you know, talk about it, right? Because me personally, can Hbar be manipulated if huge amounts of Hbar is owned by one person? I don't think so. A lot of the stuff that's owned, like for an example, XRP's, like there's like 55 billion that's owned by Ripple, so a lot of it's just for overall funding for the project. Elon's knowledge about crypto is so limited. If you have seen his tweet, yeah, definitely. But let's go back to this Matic question from Jamie, right? So if we go over here, let me do the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? Because we are pumping up a little bit on Bitcoin dominance, but we're not doing too much crazy things. So let's go to Matic, right? So the thing about Matic that's interesting in terms of Hbar, right? Because we've seen the same thing with Matic. Let me do the Binance chart for better choice, right? So Matic also had its accumulation period where we accumulated a little bit here before really pumping. So it was about 65 days, right? Give or take. Now, the big similarities here is that the thing with Matic, and the reason why Matic pumped, is because of how much adoption there was in terms of the project and partnerships. Right, if we come over to the Polygon Twitter, right, and we look here, and we just go through their media, look at how many partnerships that they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guys, we're only on May 21st. That's 5 days ago. There's already like 7 partnerships, right? So Matic was getting massively adopted, and it's still getting massively adopted. The thing is, though, and the good similarities here, is that so is Hbar. Hbar is getting integrated and partnershiped almost every single day as well. The difference is, it's just that marketing's not there overall. But the thing is that Matic and Hbar, sorry, I almost said XRP, have been doing the same accumulation period, right? Where we get a double accumulation zone. So this is the first, this is the second, and look at what was happening after that, right? So we almost had it here. I think this was our breaking out point before the Bitcoin dump, right? So I think that we're going to reclaim these zones very soon, where we do go to astronomical rates just like Matic and break out fully. I think it's going to happen very soon. They both are very similar in ways of, you know, we have the project being massively adopted, and we also see the massively, you know, accumulation zone that we're in as well. So yeah, overall, that's where I am on that. Do you actually do some development? Can we use Hbar in a minor app projects? I do not do development. I'm more of like, I own my own design agency that I basically make money off of. So that's like my main thing. So I don't do any development or anything like that. So yeah, but I do know that you could build on Hbar, like anybody can. Hbar has so many huge backers, and that still doesn't get noticed as it should. Yeah, it doesn't, but hey, that's fine. I like to be in projects early. More money to be made. I guess PCCH is doing speculation. Later they will come back and tell us they regulate crypto and pick a new pump just to hold it over and over. Sorry about that. Oh, sold. Sorry. No, most of it is locked up. Later on, acquiring 51% of billions of dollars coin is not possible. Matty Boys A1. That's why I get away from Bitcoin and anything which must be mined. Yeah, honestly, proof of work is so outdated in terms of this market. We got to really do better. So, HBAR and XRP are not proof of work. Dogecoin actually is, which is funny. It's actually incredible. Hey, love your videos and thanks for the live streams. Would it be worth it if I transfer my Doge to HBAR and pay my idiot toll, or just hold and hope I get back to even and hop out? Honestly, we might get some more price action on it where you'd be able to sell it and get into HBAR, but it's hard to say. I mean, I wouldn't sell at a loss unless you really want to get into something like HBAR. It depends on how much Doge you hold and how much HBAR you could get for your Doge holdings. Whales manipulate Bitcoin, so why not HBAR? Whales can manipulate anything in this game. It's just the thing that during bull runs, we will see massive price influxes, and they will get manipulated. They will. I will admit it. But it will get manipulated after the fact. Proof of work is a thing of the past. Yeah, definitely it is. Proof of work is it's terrible. They don't want 51%. They just want Occidental money. Who are your favorite crypto YouTubers to follow? Should I convert all my link to HBAR? Honestly, it's up to you. It's where more value could be made, right? So, for an example, if you're holding 500 link, right, and it goes to, we'll say like, $100, right? So at $100 with 500 holdings, you would make $50,000, right? So say for so you put your link into HBAR, and I don't know, say for so you get 50,000 of HBAR, and it goes to $10, you made $500,000. So which one do you think is more possible of happening, and where do you really see it going? That's where I look at things, just overall. But who is my favorite crypto YouTubers to follow? Blockchain Backer's great. You could learn a lot from them. Credible Crypto uploads here and there, but nothing too much. Coins Kid's not bad either. There's a few out there. I mean, honestly, there's some incredible YouTubers, and there's also some terrible YouTubers. You really got to keep an eye on them and see what they're shilling, because there's a lot of people out there that are crazy. Should I convert? Or I already read that one. People who made a meme to mock people who were buying crypto now, working with Musk to improve it is so laughable. Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's just like, I see a lot of these people coming into this space making a mockery of it, and it's honestly just sad to me. I don't know. I hate to see it. Thanks, Nick. No problem, Ernesto. Walker and Williams. Eddie's boy at A1. Maybe one day now. The enemy are miners. Hashgraph is a disrupting technology. It could ruin them. Yeah, Hashgraph is not a mining technology. Hashgraph is actually one of the first in the space that's doing incredible things, and we've already did the research on it, and it's massive. So for me personally, I think that Hedera is going to change the game for what we know of it. What do you think will happen to XRP if the stock market drops 30 to 40%? Crypto will drop too. I mean, that's just basically it. But that's why we get out before the stock market crash. We get out near the top for this bull run and kind of wait. But I think right now, in terms of the stock market crash, we don't really have to worry about it too much. We got to remember, and this is kind of speculation, but I will say right now, I think that the stock market's extremely inflated to the point where we're trying to make this president look good. We already know that Democrats in the past always kind of manipulate things to really make it look like it's all sunny and bright outside. That's why we see the thing with like Jerome Powell, right? Where pretty much we see him saying, we're not increasing interest rates until 2025. Honestly, inflation rates right now are massive. So if we don't increase any inflation rates or interest rates by 2025, dude, we're gonna see a Great Depression almost. But the good thing is that we're making a lot of money right now, so we could really kind of bank on the idea of, when that does happen, we're gonna kind of be set to, enjoy our time and not kind of stress about, hey, I wonder if I'm gonna be able to buy food today or something like that. So, yeah, I think that the stock market will crash in time. Right now, though, it's massively inflated to the point where we're trying to make these government officials look good and look like they're doing everything like solid. So I think at some point in time, yeah, we will see that manipulation kind of end, and we will see the truth behind it. So yeah, I like your vibe. Hey, I like your support. I appreciate you being in here. So hope that you're learning. What do you think about these crypto YouTubers thumbnails? Their eyes would just pop out if they keep doing this. Yeah, honestly, dude, like a lot of it's clickbait, a lot of it's just for views. Me personally, I will say I do make some money off of my videos, but for the most part, I'm not trying to clickbait you guys. I will definitely try to make sure that I give you guys the real scoop on things and really give you guys, the truth behind things. I'm not going to be, shilling you guys hopium and say, hey, Hbar is going to $10,000 this year and this is why, or anything like that. I'm going to be realistic on it. So, yeah. This channel will blow up, I know it. Hey, I appreciate it. I really hope so. I really want to help a lot more people really make money here. So, eventually, utility will take over Bitcoin. Stock market won't matter. Just saying. Yeah. I think at some point in time, altcoins won't be held down by Bitcoin dominance. We're still seeing Bitcoin kind of ranged a little here. We did break 39K. Again, we can't really break over it. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. XRP and also Hbar are doing really good right now. We're also seeing Matic pump up a little bit. If we go look at XRP right now, I think that we're over, $1.01. Now, again, we are sitting a little bit stable. Nothing too crazy overall. We're still seeing the market cap for crypto kind of go up a little bit here and there. I still want to see us kind of get back to these, yearly highs, about 2.5, almost $2.6 trillion in total market cap. So I'm still waiting here overall. I know this is impossible to answer, but what is the price limit on Hbar 10 years down the line? It's got 50 billion compared to Bitcoin's 21 million. Well, technically it has 80 billion in circulation, but in time, I think in 10 years, right? So we're looking at 2031, right? They said by 2035 that all the supply will be released. So 80 billion won't be fully released by 2031, but by 2031, I'm expecting this market to have a market cap of over 100 trillion plus. So for me personally, I think Hbar could easily be, $500 plus in terms of price point 10 years from now. But it's impossible to know, like you said. I think it's going to be one of those things that are going to be used in the financial industry, and having a piece of the financial system that you're invested in is incredible. Honestly, I used to think Trump was bad, but when I saw Biden's financial policies, I think Trump was better. I'm not based in the U.S., so I can't really understand things exactly. Honestly, I'm not Republican or Democrat. I don't really care. I think that, for an example, I just think these politicians are just terrible overall. For me personally, I think presidential elections and stuff where you vote, it's just stupid. I think their main focal point is to keep everybody uniform in the U.S., but it divides us every time that we have a voting election anyway. So what's the difference? They're kind of hypocritical with it. But for the most part, if we look at elections, like what's the point of voting every 4 years to just get another person in office that doesn't really know anything about what to do? So they're kind of just, freestyling it. Don't know. They are not traders. They only show basic trading, which, by the way, never works due to the lack of info. You need to monitor a lot of things to do trading. It is not just geometry. Yep, definitely. The higher Hbar goes, the better the passive income on staking. I like Trump in most part. Biden seems mad. I'm not from the U.S. Spain here. The Rock for president. Kevin Hart, vice. Honestly, dude, we should just make a joke about the for the presidential election, because every president's just terrible in their own way. I honestly don't even look at the presidential election of anything serious anymore. I remember being in school, they always used to talk it up, but presidential election doesn't matter anyways. The president doesn't make the decisions, Congress does overall. But hey, that's another talk for another day. But we do see more careers opening for XRP. If we look here, we're seeing central banks. These are senior manager business development central banks. So 3 of them: Singapore, New York, London, United Kingdom. So we're seeing possibly some works with central banks in not only the US but Singapore and also the United Kingdom. So this is actually massive, to be honest with you guys. And I'm seeing, possibly we could see some crazy stuff happening here very soon, where we see some, settlements happening with XRP, where first off, a settlement will be massive, right? Because that means XRP is the first crypto in the space to get regulatory clarity, one, which would be incredible. But two, we're also seeing the fact that, we get the idea of, relistings on major exchanges, so a lot more investors are going to be buying into it. You could pretty much bet that once, a settlement happens, XRP will be everywhere. So everybody will know about XRP, so a lot of people will FOMO in, one. But also, we will probably see central banks being, pretty much bringing XRP in and adopting it overall across the world. So this is massive. I think this is pretty cool. A little bit of speculation, but overall it's pretty much realistic here, because we are seeing the job offerings here, and we already see what it does. So if we click these and really learn, we're seeing, business development leader to work with central banks around the world with an initial focus on supporting their central bank digital currency CBDC initiatives. So, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, this could be speculation, but overall this is crazy. This is massive. So me personally, I see this actually happening. I see these being brought in overall. I don't know if there's too much more overall speculation here, but I thought that was very interesting to really go off of, because, I mean, it's very bullish in my opinion. But yeah, John Cena for president so he could apologize to China again nationally. Yep. I like Peter Lynch point of view: buy stocks you have or you love, invest in projects you know and love, and the only way to make money. Would you sell some HBAR if it increases 600%? When do you know when to sell? Sorry, I'm new. Kind of average out. No worries about apologizing either. Listen, like, there's a lot of noobs here. Listen, you're probably one of a million in this game that's still new. Just for you being invested in solid projects like HBAR, give yourself a round of applause, because it's a massive project, right? So, in my opinion, don't apologize for being new. It's fine. Now, I would average out a little bit, take some profit off the top, get your initial investment out. That way, you could kind of just watch it kind of climb, so that there's no risk in it at all. I think it's nice we are early adopters of HBAR. We'll be laughing 10 years down the line over this consolidation. Yeah, definitely. In crypto space, there are 2 kind of projects: those that have real utility and Ponzi schemes. Yeah, I think Bitcoin's also a Ponzi scheme in my opinion. At some point in time, I think Bitcoin will collapse on itself. Tether is in such bad positions right now, but for me personally, I don't know. It's crazy. But I'm gonna start to end this live stream here overall. But yeah, honestly, I don't think that we need 10 years to really see massive prices. I think that we'll see them within the next couple years, probably about, like you said, 5 years. Yeah, because the next bull run will be about like 2024, 2023 to 2024. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be finishing up this live stream here shortly. If anybody has any questions, concerns, or anything like that, if you guys want to drop them in the chat real quick, I could answer them. But yeah, I just want to know real quick, while we have almost 50 people in here, what do you guys think of HBAR and XRP? I really want to know what you guys think. I want to know your ideas on it, things and stuff like that. I also want you guys to know what you think overall of the live stream. If you guys could, just to help the channel grow and get recognized by a lot more people. I usually don't ask for this, but if you guys do, please like the video and also subscribe and turn notifications on, because I'm always going to try to do this as much as possible and really help you guys overall. But yeah, it's up to each one to choose whatever he wants. Ponzi scheme can give you fast money and make you lose all real fast as well. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Nick. Really appreciate the content. No problem. Thank you for joining. Thanks for your time, man. No problem, Crystal. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you, man. No problem, Mauricio. Moon, bullish. Keep up the great work. You are coming across as king of crypto knowledge. Yep, I appreciate it, Maddie. But where is Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, man? HBAR actual future of crypto. Yep, definitely. Hbar is my biggest bag, followed by XRP. Yup. JMR, I love it. Thanks for the stream, Nick. It was great being here. Yup, definitely. Told something to your fans. Oh, alright, I gotcha. I was kind of confused. Nice talk, man. No problem. See you in the next stream. Yep, definitely. I appreciate it, guys. Great holds. Not too convinced they'll pop off soon. Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of just speculating the idea that, hey, it might not. Hey, Jamie, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Seriously. Thank you. Please take your time to research B Pro. Definitely will. Once I get some time, I will. I can't promise you that I will very soon, but, you know, once I do get some time, I will. Guys, we're gonna just chill and listen to a little bit of music here for a second.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall and I found a way to reconcile 'cause in my
Awesome videos and streams. I send them to my friends daily because you're actually knowledgeable and give not good but great advice. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it so much. XRP and Hbar, two biggest holdings. Great chat, brother. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. How'd you get into crypto and why? Maddie, I actually answered that in the beginning of the live stream, but I could tell you. So, I basically got into crypto. It was around. Let me just turn the music a little bit. I don't know how loud it is for you guys, but I'm sure it is a little loud. So I got into crypto in 2014, around there, and I got into it from a friend talking about Bitcoin, and I researched blockchain technology, and I researched crypto overall, and I realized that it's the future of finance. So I basically started investing in it, sold my first stack in 2017 and 2018, and I just continued to accumulate. And I pretty much figured I could help a lot more people make money, so why not? So I basically started this YouTube channel and Twitter. And hopefully I am helping a lot more people. Wow, I really appreciate that comically large spoon because honestly, first off, love the name. But honestly, being compared to even Credible and Blockchain backer is massive, in my opinion. I honestly just hope to be on their level at some point in time. I appreciate it. Largest holds, man. Hbar and XRP. Yup. I appreciate it, Joel. Someone here like Zenobia? I actually haven't heard of Zenobia, to be honest. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. This was a long one. This was like 2 hours, 2 hours of just consistent chats with you guys. I appreciate it, man. Honestly, feels incredible. Found your channel a couple days ago, man, and your content is heat. Keep it up, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for finding my channel, and thank you for supporting it as well. I appreciate it. I will be sharing your videos with family and friends. Thanks for keeping us informed. No problem, Justin. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Zenobia God's Chalk. I've never heard of that. I appreciate it, Maddie. We'll see you soon. I have a ton more content to really pretty much get out there. I do plan on doing a lot more live streams as well. Ever heard of Cameron Foose, day trading guy? I haven't. But if you guys are investing in XRP and you want some more incredible kind of analysis, you guys could also check out Kevin Cage. He has incredible content as well. All of the Hbar team are great workers. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kevin's incredible, honestly. There's a few out there. There's also a lot of people who are, you know, a little I would say a little speculative overall. Guys, I plan on showing a little bit more until about 6:45. So if you guys do want to throw some more questions and concerns into the chat, then I can definitely answer more, as well as kind of go in depth on anything that you guys want me to. Also, for anybody who is kind of newish to crypto and wants to know how to really find out where you buy stuff from, if you go to coin market cap, right? For an example, we'll use Jigstack for an example. If you guys are new to crypto and you don't know how to buy stuff or like where to buy stuff, you can go to coin market cap, click any asset that you want to buy, come to market, and then in market you'll be able to see where it's listed at. So for an example, Uniswap, 1inch and stuff like that. So anybody who was asking me where to like buy Hbar and stuff like that, you could pretty much do the same thing with Hbar as well. Like for an example, if I go to Hbar up here, we can click Hbar and we can kind of scroll down here to market, and we could see everywhere it's pretty much listed at, and you could pretty much buy from all these exchanges. Thoughts on the whole Scott Milker thing? I actually haven't heard about that. Will Hbar be worth way more in a few years? Yeah, definitely. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I think that it could easily be, you know, $10 plus, $30 plus too. I guess it's like Ethereum at first. Yeah, I mean, you know, nobody thought that Bitcoin would have reached 50K or Ethereum at like 3K plus. Yeah, that works everywhere. Coin market caps everywhere. Alright guys, we're ranging for the last minute of the live stream. I just want to thank everybody who has come to the Discord and also to the Twitter who are new. If you guys haven't already checked out the Twitter and Discord, you guys can in the description below. The Discord is absolutely free. A ton of more content and knowledge in the Discord absolutely for free. I pretty much post and tweet all the time on Twitter as well. But nonetheless, If you guys do want more content, they are available. Thank you for everybody who has joined the chat, joined the live stream, and is new to the channel. I appreciate everything. Trust me, I appreciate the support more than you guys know. And honestly, I can't thank you guys enough for helping me grow this channel to these levels that we are at, like even now. Alright guys, I'm officially ending the live stream here. Much love to everybody who has joined and who still continues to support. Much love to everybody. I hope that you all get rich. We're arranging for the bull run start. I appreciate everything, guys. Thank you all. I hope that you all have an amazing day or an amazing night. Here's to getting rich off of crypto. I appreciate it, guys.